podcast. We're really excited that you tuned in today. We have a very special guest here, and I'm going to let him introduce yourself to the people.
Absolutely. Brandon Reed. I like to say from Walmart to Wall Street, from broke to Balenciaga, from Goodwill to Gucci. But I'm just a individual that's been blessed to be able to build an amazing business, going
Mm,
out there helping a lot of individuals what's needed today in today's community, financial
mm,
education, and just feel like I'm doing, my job as a Christian and
mm.
in ministry here on earth, and what we do for the community with financial
Yeah.
education. So,
Yeah.
yeah, Brandon Reed.
I
Uh
love
huh.
that. Listen, Brandon, thank you so much for being on the podcast today. One of the things that I loved about your platform is that you believe in instilling and empowering underserved communities, right?
Hmm.
And when we're talking about wealth and bridging the wealth gap,
Right.
I think that sometimes, a lot of Christians and a lot of people in the culture feel like, when you're bridging the wealth gap, it's a pyramid scheme. And then
Hmm.
it feels like, oh, but it's a lack of education
Right.
sometimes, right? And
Right.
so, how do you bridge that gap? And how do you, capture the audience's attention to where they can grow,
Yeah.
right? When they don't come from a background of money or, different things like that.
Sure. And you said it. It's a lack of education. It's we don't know what we don't know.
Yeah.
If I'm born in China, I can't expect, even though as a black man, if I happen to be born in China, I'm gonna speak Mandarin. I'm not gonna speak English. So
Mm,
we're a product of our environment, and in the environment we grow up in, we don't get financial education. We don't understand business. We don't understand wealth. Even though it's crazy because they talk about money and finance more than they talk about heaven in the Bible. But
mm,
unfortunately, it's stripped away, whether it's
mm,
from the environments that we're in, whether it's from how we grow up, the school systems. There's a great book called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill, and it talks about how school systems cause people to drift.
mhm.
But the thing is, we just don't know things when it
Yeah.
comes to money, success. And then even in cartoons, all the successful cartoons like Scrooge McDuck, they're all evil. So it gives us a persona that money is bad, success
Mhm,
is bad.
mhm,
And I think that's so far from the truth. I think it's our duty to become financially set
mhm.
because that allows us to make a bigger blessing in other people's lives. Broke people, no matter how much they would love to, they can't bless other people financially,
That's it.
but wealthy people can.
That's it. You can't pour from an empty cup.
That's it.
And I go back to self-care. I go
Hmm.
back to knowing your capacity,
Right.
right? But I think a lot of times, sometimes, we've been taught, you get a job, stay on that job
Hmm.
until it work through that job, right? Get promoted in that job,
Hmm.
right? And then retire, save, and then
Right.
and then pass away,
Right.
right?
Right.
In all of that time, um, our a lot of the black and brown community isn't really taught to invest
Yeah.
properly,
Oh yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
They're downloading the Robinhood app, but they don't
Hmm.
really know really like where to start, right?
Yeah.
And so in that bridging, what are some like what's some advice that you could give maybe somebody that their mother they grew up on Section 8, their
Hmm.
father was incarcerated,
Hmm.
but they've never seen wealth,
Yeah.
you
I think
know?
the biggest thing is stay curious. I
Mm.
think curiosity is everything because what it does, it forces you want to go learn. If you're curious about something, it intrigues you. You want to go study up on something. So be curious about investing. Be curious about all the different types of things that's going on in the community. So that
Mm.
way you can go out there and seek the knowledge because we already talked about it, how most people are uninformed, they're not educated. Go seek that education so you can start to understand things at a better level. So you can start to make some impacts, not only in